Welcome back. I'm gonna do a little reaction real quick because I'm bored. So I'm gonna be doing every breathing style in Demon Slayer. If you ain't watch Demon Slayer, go watch it. It's fire. Also, go subscribe to my boy MC Ty. He a young artist. Also, go subscribe to I'm John. He's one of my homies. He trying to start. He trying to get his YouTube channel up. Also, go follow his Switch. Do that too. Like, go follow his Switch. Also, subscribe to my channel. I only got 8 subscribers. Y'all better help me out. So let's get into it. I'm starting this thing. Let's do this.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years. So let's play
Ain't nobody
Gun
rich on this
Legends.
channel. We
Sound
poor.
familiar?
What is up, everybody? It's AnimeUproar here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be explaining every battle style used by the Demon Slayers in Kimetsu no Yaiba, including Tanjiro's Breath of Water, Zenitsu's Breath of Thunder, the mysterious Dance of the Fire God, and many more. While watching Demon Slayer, these epic swordsmanship techniques caught my attention right away, so that is why I decided to make this video. I hope that I can gain a better
What is
understanding
this? 720p. Nah, I can't go with that.
of all the different fighting styles myself, and I hope that I can help clear things up for you guys as well.
Don't judge me. We watching this on HD. I don't care.
In case there is anything that you are wondering about, or in case you just find it useful to have all the styles listed and explained right here in one place. And on top of
my
that,
God.
me making this video might have something to do with how many people have been endlessly asking me to start making Demon Slayer videos, both on social media and in the comments to my other videos. Seriously though, guys, I really appreciate the series right now. It is my
Make good
pleasure
content,
to let me know notification bell and their users, but not about the plot or what happened.
Oh yeah, the spoilers. My fault for not telling y'all. I do not care about spoilers. I want to watch this. It's on y'all.
To the characters and the story. With that said, if you don't want any spoilers at all, you have been warned. Please proceed with caution. Let's start things off by briefly explaining what a breath style is. The different breath styles or battle styles are basically different styles of swordsmanship that are used by the demon slaying corps. Each style is used with a Nichiren blade weapon, usually a sword, and the Nichiren blades are unique because of their ability to kill demons. If demons are cut down with other types of weapons, they simply don't die. Each breath style focuses around specific breathing patterns, which enable the users to strengthen their bodies by increasing their lung capacity and the flow of oxygen in their blood. This allows the user to perform incredible feats, including supernatural movements and techniques, making it possible for the demon slayers to take on the demons, who are of course much stronger than normal humans. I'm not sure if I've ever actually talked about this here on the channel, but I hold a black belt in Iaido, which is...
Oh yeah. I don't know half these styles. I don't only watch the first season of Demon Slayer. Season 2 is out. I have not watched that one episode. I haven't seen stuff on TikTok, but I have not seen season 2. I need
the
to.
martial art of Japanese swordsmanship. In real-life martial arts like Iaido, breathing techniques play an absolutely fundamental role, and in fact, the more you advance in rank, the more important breathing techniques become. It is only well after reaching the black belt stage that breathing techniques and spirit become essential. And once you become a really high-ranked martial artist like black belt 4th dan or 5th dan, you really must concentrate on mastering your breathing and your spirit. But beyond just martial arts, there is scientific evidence that breathing techniques, such as the ones used for meditation, can have a profound physical impact on our bodies. So this emphasis in Demon Slayer on breath styles does make a lot of sense. Even though
There you go. I'm gonna turn into a Demon Slayer. Hold up. I'm gonna work with my breath style and I'm gonna become a Demon Slayer. Just watch me.
mastering a specific breathing technique in the real world will not allow us to use supernatural powers, I still find it fascinating how these various breath techniques form the crux of Demon Slayer's epic battle system. Before we get into the styles, please comment down below which style is your favorite and why. I am curious to see which battle style is the fan favorite. Now let's look at all the specific breath styles in order of their appearance in the series. Starting things off with the Breath of Water. The primary instructor for this style is Sakonji Urodaki, and he was the one who taught this style to both Tanjiro and Giyu Tomioka. Sakonji also taught this style to his former apprentices Sabito and Makomo, who are currently deceased but whose spirits helped to train Tanjiro. Breath of Water has 10 initial forms and an additional 11th form that was created by Giyu Tomioka. In Japanese, these forms are called kata, and from my knowledge of martial arts, the correct English translation for kata is form, so that is what I'm going to be calling them. The first form is Water Surface Slice, which is basically a single concentrated slash. The second form is Water Wheel, which as the name suggests involves the user jumping in the air and spinning in midair in a circular path in order to create an attack that resembles a water wheel. The third form is Dance of the Rapid Current, which involves the user swinging their sword while mimicking the movements of flowing water. The fourth form is Striking Tide, which involves using multiple consecutive slashes while twisting the user's body in a way which resembles the power of a water tide. The fifth form is the Merciful Rain of a Dry Day, which allows the user to kill the target in a merciful way so that the enemy will not suffer. This is used on enemies who are already defeated and helpless, or enemies who have willfully surrendered. The sixth form is Twisting Whirlpool, which involves the user sharply twisting their upper and lower body and creating a whirlpool that will cut through anything in its path. The seventh form is Piercing Raindrop, the fastest technique of the Breath of Water style. It amounts to a single but very quick and accurate stab. The eighth form is Waterfall Jar, a vertical cut. The ninth form is Water Splash, which allows the user to adapt to shaky footing by minimizing his landing time and the size of the surface needed to land safely. The 10th form is the Dragon of Change, a continuous slashing attack that becomes more powerful with each new rotation. Finally, the 11th form created by Giyu is called Lull. As the name suggests, the user completely lulls their own body into a motionless state, and this allows the user to engage a technique that disables and nullifies incoming attacks. However, this form is not without limitation, and too many fast attacks will break through it. Next up, we have the Breath of Thunder style, used by best boy Zenitsu Agatsuma, and it was taught to him by the adorable old man Jigoro Kuwajima. The Breath of Thunder style has 7 known forms so far in the story, although at first Zenitsu is capable of using only the first form. This first form is Thunderclap and Flash, which allows the user to move and slash the opponent with incredible thunderous speed. Because this is the only form that Zenitsu is capable of using at first, he does his best to master it and maximize its effectiveness. As a result, Zenitsu learns how to perform this technique 6 and even 8 times in rapid succession, and Zenitsu is also able to augment the speed of this form as he strives to bring out its full potential. The second form of Breath of Thunder is Lightning Ball, 5 separate lightning attacks performed in a single moment. The third form is Buzzing Mosquito Thunder, a spinning wave of lightning that explodes in all directions. The fourth form is Distant Thunder, which allows the user to create a thunder strike from a distance. The fifth form is Heat Lightning, a slashing attack infused with lightning that burns the flesh. And the sixth form is Electric Lightning Shower, which is a series of thunder strikes capable of cracking the enemy's body. The seventh form is called Flaming Thunder God, and this form is actually developed by Zenitsu later on in the story. It allows the user to create a dragon-like creature that emits fire and thunder, and it can be combined with the Godspeed technique for maximum speed. Then we have the Breath of Beast style, used by other best boy Inosuke Hashibira. This style is believed...
Real talk real quick. Zenitsu, no homo, is fun. Oh my god, that man fun.
to be descended from the Breath of the Wind style, and it has the ability to enhance its user's sense of touch. There is no known instructor for the Breath of the Beast style, and it is assumed that Inosuke learned this while living alone in the mountains, presumably on his own because he is such a savage mad lad. There are 11 known Fang forms that this style can use, including First Fang, Pierce, and Extract, which allows the user to stab a target's neck simultaneously with both of his blades. Then we have Second Fang, Rip and Tear, which allows the user to slash a target with both blades in an X formation. Third Fang, Rip and Devour, which is essentially 2 simultaneous slashes at an enemy's throat. Fourth Fang, Mince to Bits, which is a flurry of diagonal slices. Fifth Fang, Mad Cleave, which is a slicing attack that lashes out in all directions around the user. Sixth Fang, Jagged Gnaw, a decapitation technique involving both swords. Seventh Fang Spatial Awareness, which gives the user the ability to sense subtle changes in the air across a wide area, and this allows the user to identify the location of all potential enemies within that area. We also have Eighth Fang Pig Assault, which is basically Inosuke just rushing his enemies and swinging both swords with the intention of decapitating them. We have Ninth Fang Godly Undulation Slice, which allows the user to dislocate the joints on their arms in order to extend the reach of his attack. 10th Fang Circular Fangs, which is a spinning attack that cuts everything in sight. And finally, we have Improvised Fang Throwing Slices, which is basically Inosuke chucking his swords at an enemy. Now, let's talk about the Dance of the Fire God style, which is a style that raised a lot of interest when it was introduced in the first season of the anime. This is a breath style known and taught only by the Kamado family, and it is passed down from father to son within the Kamado family. The Breath of Flames user Shinjuro Rengoku suggests that the Dance of the Fire God style is actually the original breath, the godly breath that was the first ever created and the one from which every other breath is derived. And that is the legendary Breath of the Sun. Shinjuro Rengoku considers all the other styles to be inferior copies of the Breath of the Sun. With that said, we don't yet know for sure that the Dance of the Fire God and the Breath of the Sun are one and the same. But there are clues that Tanjiro's family has some form of direct connection to the original Breath of the Sun user, including the mark on Tanjiro's face and the Hanafuda earrings which bear the sun symbol. So it is possible that the Breath of the Sun style was secretly passed down through Tanjiro's family in the form of the Dance of the Fire God.
The sky is clear, and the sun is...
I'm trying to watch that right now.
The Dance of the Fire God style has so far been used by Tanjiro and by his father Tanjuro, who used the...
Oh yeah, I said this channel was gonna be gaming only. Yeah, I changed my mind on that. You can see by the title of this video.
Dance of the Fire God style for a ritual ceremony once a year. This style has 10 forms, including Waltz, which is a single high-powered slash, Blue Heaven, a circular spinning slash similar to Water Wheel, Flame Waltz, an attack composed of a vertical slash followed by a horizontal slash, Waltz Flash, which is a combination of Flame Waltz and Zenitsu's Thunderclap Flash, Solar Halo Dragon Dance, which is a combo attack that involves combining Nezuko's Bloodburst with Tanjiro's swordsmanship. Tanjiro's sword turns red, is engulfed in flames, and a flaming dragon emerges from the blade. We also have Scorching Crimson Mirror, which is a move that uses 2 horizontal slashes to defend Tanjiro from an incoming attack. Parhelion Rainbow, a defensive technique that allows the user to dodge quickly using rapid twists and rotations. This technique will leave after images and confuse opponents. We then have Fire Chariot, an attack that can be used right after Parhelion Rainbow in order to attack the enemy while they are distracted by the after images. We also have Shining Sun Stab, which is an attack made up of a single sharp thrust. And finally, we have Burning Sun, a circular spinning slash designed to defend from frontal attacks. Next, we have the Breath of the Insect. Created by Shinobu Kocho, this style is a derivative of the Breath of Flower, and so by extension of the Breath of Water. Despite the fact that she lacks brute physical strength, Shinobu is able to use the breath
Okay, she's still bad though.
of insect style to make up for that by combining stabs, thrusts, shallow cuts, and slashes with poison. The shallow cuts and slashes are used to inject wisteria-based poisons into the target, and this is what eventually takes the enemy down, rather than taking them out by overpowering physical attacks such as instant decapitation. This style has 4 known forms, including Dance of the Butterflies Frolic, which is basically a jumping attack that slashes the opponent several times in order to inject the opponent with poison. Dance of the Bee Sting Mere Fluttering, a rapid dash at the opponent with amazing speed followed by a single thrusting attack that also injects poison. Dance of the Dragonfly Compound Eye Hexagon, a combo attack that strikes the target 6 times in 6 different areas, injecting poison in each area in order to increase the chances of the enemy being overwhelmed by the poison. And finally, the Dance of the Centipede Hundred-Legged Zigzag, which involves the user running at full speed in a zigzag pattern, confusing the opponent and creating an opening for a powerful poisonous thrust. Now let's talk about the Breath of Flames, a breath style used by Shinjuro and Kyojuro Rengoku. This style has at least 9 forms, but not all of them have been revealed at this point in time. The ones that we do know include first form Sea of Fire, an attack that involves the user charging their opponent and swinging their blade with the intent of decapitating the enemy. Second form Ascending Blazing Sky, which is an upward slash attack. Fourth form Wave of Blazing Flames, which involves the user spinning their sword rapidly in order to defend from enemy attacks. Fifth form Flame Tiger, which involves multiple sword slashes that form the shape of a tiger. And finally, Esoterica 9th form Purgatory, a fiery slash from a distance that has the power to obliterate everything in sight, including the terrain itself. The other forms of the Breath of Flames are
That was in a movie.
currently unknown. Next up is the Breath of Sound. This style is used solely by the sound pillar Tengen Uzui, and this style is actually derived from Breath of Thunder. Similar to echolocation, Uzui is capable of deconstructing an opponent's movements into base sounds, analyzing the sounds, and identifying openings and weaknesses based on those sounds, which he then exploits. This style has 3 known forms, including first form Thunder, which involves the user raising his swords above his head and slamming them into the ground, thereby creating explosions that sound like thunder. Fourth form Death Knells of Avicii, rest in peace Avicii, an attack that is both offensive and defensive in nature. It involves the user spinning his swords while simultaneously releasing bombs at his targets. And fifth form Harmony of Shrill Strings, which involves the user spinning his swords on a chain while releasing bombs at the same time. Then we have the Breath of Love style used by love pillar Mitsuri Kanroji. Derived from the Breath of Flame style, this style can only be used by Mitsuri because of her unique physical constitution, meaning that her moves cannot be duplicated by anyone else. Known forms include first form Shiver of First Love, an attack that involves a rapid dash followed by multiple slashes. Second form Anguish-Inducing Love, a thrashing slash attack. Third form Lovely Kitty Shower, a rapid succession of ranged attacks. Fifth.
If y'all wondering why I didn't say she bad, because she's strong as crap. I heard that she is too strong, and she is way too strong. Like, I'm talking about can lift stuff that's 120 pounds with one finger. Nah. Shoot. No. She's still bad though. But she way too strong.
Fifth form Wavering Attachment, a backward somersault through the air that creates a long string of whipping attacks, which eventually result in her sword coiling around the target.
No, I'm not gonna say that black joke.
Its neck. And sixth form Kitty Paw Love Breeze, which involves the user twirling upside down and creating helix-shaped slashes that can deflect enemy attacks. Now let's talk about the Breath of Flower style. This style is originally derived from Breath of Water, and it is used by Kanae Kocho and Kanao Tsuyuri. Known forms include second form Plum Spirit, a series of rotating sword slashes used defensively to deflect attacks. Fourth form Safflower Robe, a single slash of the sword that also twists and curves. Fifth form Peony of Futility, a combo move that features 9 flowing consecutive attacks. And the final known form is Scarlet Spider Lily Eyes, a technique that raises the user's kinetic vision to its maximum power. While this can be extremely useful in battle, it is also a dangerous technique because it puts a lot of strain on the user's eyes and it can lead to partial or complete blindness.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years.
But I don't care.
Next up is the Breath of Wind style. It is used by wind pillar Sanemi Shinazugawa. Its forms include first form Dust Whirlwind Cutter, a cyclone of sword slashes. Second form Claw Purifying Wind, a slash that creates 4 blades of wind in the shape of a claw that cut into the enemy. Third form Clean Storm Wind Tree, for which the user creates a whirlwind around themselves by slashing the sword all around their body. Fourth form Rising Dust Storm, a downward swing of the sword from multiple directions. Fifth form Winter Gale, a multi-pronged strike from above. And sixth form Black Wind Mountain Mist, which involves the user rotating their body in order to create a powerful slashing tornado. Then we have the Breath of Mist style, another derivative of the Breath of Wind style. This style is used by Muichiro Tokito, the Mist pillar of the Demon Slayer core. The known form of this style include first form Hanging Sky Distant Mist, which is a thrusting attack. Second form 8-layered Mist, which involves a barrage of multiple slashes, one on top of the other. Third form Demisting Blast, a circular slash with the power to blow away enemy projectiles. Fourth form Advection Slash, which includes a rapid slash right as the sword is pulled from its scabbard. This is actually very similar to many of the katas that we practice in Iaido, and in the Iaido we refer to the scabbard of the sword as a saya. Then we have the fifth form, Sea of Clouds and Haze, which involves the user running at the enemy at high speed and following through with a barrage of slashes. Sixth form, Moonlit Mist, which involves the user leaping into the air and raining down a large number of slashes on his enemies. And finally, seventh form, Haze, which is a technique that allows the user to confuse his enemies by shifting the tempo of his movements in a way that tricks the opponent's eyes. Now let's talk about the Breath of Stone style, which is one of the 5 main breath styles believed to be derived from the Breath of the Sun style directly. It is used by stone pillar Gyomei Himejima, who uses chained axes and a spiked flail as weapons instead of a sword. The known Breath of Stone forms include second form Upper Smash, which involves the user throwing an axe and spiked flail at his target in order to create a pincer attack. The user can then smash down on the chain and force it to rebound on his target. We also have third form Stone Skin, a defensive technique involving a barrage of slashes that deflects the enemy attacks, and fourth form Volcanic Rock Rapid Conquest, a two-pronged attack from a distance that involves spinning an axe and spiked flail on a chain in order to strike his opponents from afar. Next up is the Breath of the Serpent style, a derivative of the Breath of Water style used by the snake pillar Obanai Iguro. Known forms of this style include second form Venom Fangs of the Narrow Head, which involves the user getting behind the enemy using incredible speed and decapitating them, and fifth form Slithering Serpent, which involves the user swinging a bending sword left and right at an extremely high speed, and this attack can be very effective against multiple enemies at once. Then we have the Breath of the Moon, a breathing style that is believed to be derived from the Breath of the Sun directly, and a style whose only known user is actually a demon. This demon's name is Kokushibo, and he is actually a member of the 12 Demon Moons. This style allows the user to use crescent moon-shaped blades that are constantly changing in length and size, which makes it incredibly difficult to predict the range of this user's attacks. Known forms include first form Dark Moon Evening Palace, a quick single slashing movement that creates several crescent-shaped blades. Second form Pearl Flowers Moon Gazing, which appears to be a series of upward slashes. Third form Loathsome Moon Chains, which involves two rapid swings that create a storm of small crescent-shaped blades. Fifth form Moon Spirit Calamitous Eddy, which involves multiple curved slashes that create a flurry of blades resembling a vortex. And sixth form Perpetual Night, Lovely Moon, Incessant, which creates a storm of slashes that branch out in all directions. Finally, we have the Breath of the Sun style itself. Very little information has been reliably revealed about this style, other than what I mentioned already, which is that it is believed that the Breath of the Sun is the original breath, the godly breath that was the first ever created and the one from which all the other ones are derived. Shinjuro Rengoku considers all the other styles to be inferior copies of the Breath of the Sun, and he believes that Tanjiro is actually a user of the Breath of the Sun style. We will have to wait for more information about this legendary style to emerge, but feel free to let me know what you guys think. If you could choose, which of these breath styles would you like to have the most? And if you would rather create your own unique style that is derived from one of the above styles, feel free to describe it down below in the comments. Also, do you think that the Dance of the Fire God is one and the same as the Breath of the Sun? Is it a derivative of the Breath of the Sun? Or something else entirely? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Demon Slayer content, please leave a like to let me know. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. A big
Hey, let me tell y'all something. This is how y'all supposed to do it. Boom. That's incredible. Alright. That was a cool little video from AnimeUproar. Go show him some love. Subscribe to the channel. He does amazing content. If you're into anime content, I forgot to say that. If you're into anime content, remember, subscribe to my channel. Like the video, please. Go subscribe to my homie John. I'm John in his Twitch. Show him some love. Show my boy MC Ty, young artist. Go show him some love. And that's basically it, bro. Thank you for watching.